I'm Owen Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog. Okay, quick blog today on the state of the pre-sale market right now and some of the incentives I'm starting to get spam to me. It never ends. I get 4 or 5 a day to my office here, emails, unsolicited emails from developers on their pre-sales. But they are starting to kick in some pretty aggressive offers here, which I'll give you one here that came across my desk the other day. This is for Tower 6 in the amazing Brentwood. And they are now kind of rolling back the clock to what the pre-sales were, which I've talked about the good old days of pre-sale when I used to buy pre-sale and used to get a lot of clients into pre-sale, where you could buy the unit with 5% down. 5% down, that's all it took. And you know, you'd take keys on it, and 2 years later, the construction timeline was way shorter as well. This one's still probably going to be long, like there are now, 4 years or more. But in the old days, 5% down, you get the keys in 2 years. You could also sell it as an assignment at any time, put it on the MLS. There was no fees or commissions charged to assign it. It was fantastic. Now, of course, you need 20% down or even 25% down, depending on what you're buying. You can't put it on the MLS as an assignment for the most part, because the developers hold back units and don't want the competition. And if you do manage to have luck to sell it as an assignment, which was almost impossible because you got to put it on Craigslist or something, they've got their hand out. They want a $5,000, a $10,000 assignment charge, another $2,000-3,000 for administrative charge, or in some cases they want a percentage of the profit or the lift. So this is one that I came down on Brentwood here. Get this, they are saying on Tower 6, 5% down. That's all they're asking for, and then another 3% down in 18 months. So a total of 8%. So, hey, you know, the reason they're doing this is that, you know, these pre-sales right now are a tough go. There's a lot of tangible inventory out there right now in areas like Brentwood, Metrotown, Central Richmond, Brighouse, Capstan Way. So they're offering, you know, these incentives to try and move product, get this stuff sold, because in the past, these all required a 20% deposit. Now it's just 5% and then another 3%. But let me give you guys, it's interesting, the creative text and the creative ad copy they use for these that I want to kind of point out to you guys. At least they didn't use iconic here. So that's good, that it wasn't an iconic tower. But here's the kind of the text here. A small investment, big returns. Now is the time to make the amazing Brentwood home. 8% total deposit until 2028, which is their completion time on this. Your latest opportunity to invest, not own, invest, in Tower 6 at the amazing Brentwood comes with an unbelievable offer. For a limited time, secure your new home with only an 8% deposit and pay nothing more until 2028. With the initial deposit structure of just 5% today and an additional 3% in 18 months. Your small investment today promises big returns in community, quality of life, and more. Now, notice how they don't say big returns in value or appreciation or capital gain. They're very careful how they word this. They talk about invest, but they never talk about money. The investment is in community and quality of life. Okay, well, it's fine. This is, you know, this is marketing 101, guys, and you know, this is what they do. But so, you know, so here's what I would say. If you're looking for, as an end user, if you're a first-time buyer, and of course you're not ready to move in now, you want to buy this to move in as your first home, and you like amazing Brentwood, it's a nice area. You know, got the mall there and Whole Foods and everything else. This might be a decent deal for you, because you only got to put 5% down, and then in 18 more months, another 3%. So this is kind of old school. This is back to the way, the good old days, somewhat, of what pre-sale used to be. This might not be a bad deal for you. Now, if you're an investor, though, I think there's better stuff out there, because there is a bit of a glut of inventory right now in that Brentwood area. And with this, of course, these aren't cheap. I'm not going to give you guys, I don't have the price sheet in front of me, but these are not cheap. They're expensive on a price per square foot basis. Plus, you've got the 5% GST when you complete. And, of course, you've got a 4-year timeline here, maybe more, from the time you buy it till the time you get the keys. So for an investor, I think there's better stuff out there. I know because I've got listings out in Brentwood right now. You can go in, negotiate the price. It's tangible. You can do a home inspection. They're not old. They're only between 1 and 3 or 4 years old. No GST. You can put a tenant in it right away. And your price per square foot with no GST is probably going to beat this. So it depends on who the buyer is here. But for an end user that's maybe still living at home or going to school, and I'm not ready to move into my first home for another 4 or 5 more years, hey, this might not be bad because you can put 5% down now. You don't take out your mortgage for another 4 years. Rates probably going to be better. So it might not be bad. But I love kind of the copy with these, the ad copy. Now's your time, a small investment, big returns. They don't allude really to big returns in monetarily, but the big returns are more in community, quality of life, and more, or whatever that means. But these I'm starting to see more and more of. This is the second one I've seen. They're dropping the deposit amounts to try and move product here. And, there's a lot of competition with the tangible product that they completed a year or 2 or 3 years ago. I'm Owen Bigland. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.